right, welcome back to Home Living with C&E YouTubers. I'm Chris, and today, stick around for the video. We're just kicking off summer, right? So we're done with the spring, and the warm temperatures are really starting to kick in. We've already done fertilizer. We've already treated the yard with lime. We're addressing some bare patches that we have. So now, dog days of summer are coming. How do you maintain that yard? How do you keep your grass nice and green and healthy? Also weed maintenance. So stick around to the end. I'll show you how I cut my yard really quickly, and then we'll walk around and do some of the spot checking, my thought process, what I'm looking for, and how I'm going to address some issues in my yard. And this is just what I do almost on a daily basis, so you don't have issues that can spread in your yard and make a small situation worse. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, share the videos, and yeah, check out the playlist. It'll really help you with your lawn, especially if you have a Bermuda lawn like I do and you're in a warmer growing region. I'm in 8B here in North Texas, so we really get hot. Bermuda, St. Aug, or Zoysia are probably going to be the main grasses that you're going to be dealing with that can actually withstand the heat. So yeah, we'll go through the process. This is almost just like day or every other day maintenance. At the end of the video, I'll break down some of the thought process behind why I do what I do, using some of the tools to help me achieve what I'm trying to achieve. I'll show you how I do it. Stick with us. All right, so really important, stick around later. I'll show you why we cut it both ways, or why you cut it more than one way. Okay, we're gonna edge it up and leaf blow it, and then we'll break down some of the techniques and the theory behind it. All right, so that's it. Everyone, oh, manual mowing, it's too hard. I can't do manual mowing. It's gonna break my back. It's not hard. And just the difference between manual mowing versus the rotary mowing. I manually mow. My neighbor uses the rotary. Which one would you rather have? Nice clean edges, no bagging, no raking, leave the clippings. But we'll show you why we can leave the clippings on the lawn right now. Okay, so if we come down to the lawn, you'll see my Bermuda is right at about 1 3/4 inches. My Bermuda is right at about 1 3/4 inches. I want to keep it at about 1.5 inches, right? So I am going to set my manual mower, which is enough that the grass or the lawn can actually break down the product and not get disease and get thatch. All right, so you can look down inside here. We're gonna set that to the height that I want, controlled here on the side with these gauges, up or down on either side, and that way I can control how much I'm cutting off the grass. That is the key to keeping your grass nice and green and healthy. Yeah, so one of the biggest mistakes people make with their warm season grasses is thinking you can only cut it once a week. That's just not going to happen. When we get above 85 degrees, that's when our warm season grasses are growing exponentially. I mean, they're growing super fast. You're going to have to be out here 2 to 3 times a week at least to keep it at a nice healthy length. And when you come and just mow once a week, that grass has grown to 3.5 inches. And you set your mower and you're cutting off 2 inches of grass. So you're going from 3 inches to 1. So you're breaking the 1/3 rule, not healthy for the plant, and it starts to brown. The heat of the sun gets into that really big gash that you've put into that blade, ripping off 2/3 of the blade, and then it looks like crap for the next day you cut it. Another thing that we're going to have to do is just walking around, right? So the other thing that we have to maintain, we had the issue with our pH being really low. Well, you got to watch that, right? That can be an issue that can creep back up. We've done 2 treatments of lime on the yard already, but you got to make sure that it's good. You can't just treat it one time, hope that it's going to be okay, and then you know, just wonder why it's not doing what you need it to do. For instance, look at this. We're back down to 3.7, 3.8 pH, but that's a little deep. So if I pull it up more toward the surface where the actual roots are, I'm getting around 6.55, 6, which is where you want to be. Other areas that you need to look at are places where here, and this is where the water comes down off my house, and this is something that I've got to watch, right? Because this can turn into fungus, and it also slows the grass growth. See how sparse it is? It's not nice and packed and compact like the other parts of the grass of the lawn over here. See, you have no spacing. It's really tight. So that means we got to treat for fungus. That's what you have to do to watch your lawn grow and be beautiful. People always say, well, how do you get your lawn to look like a golf course? Well, you have to do what golf courses do. Every day a golf course has a superintendent or a head agronomist that goes out, checks it. They're looking for weeds, they're looking for fungus, they're making sure that their crew are cutting the grass the right way, and then they apply the fixes. The big reason why I cut that patch of lawn vertically and also horizontally is because you want to have a nice smooth appearance, and you don't want the undulations in the height of the grass. It's not good for the grass, and it just doesn't look as good. So you have to do at least 2. Now, I could have done a vertical and a diagonal. I could have done a diagonal and a horizontal. However you want to do it. You can do all 3 if you want to be really precise. But if you don't have a nice, you know, professionally leveled lawn, it's impeccable. It's you have to come out and get 2 direction cut. So now that's the 1.5 inches that I want. All right, so if you stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one, and keep that lawn green.